I'm good. I'm ready.
What's up, everybody, and thank you for joining us on this episode of All in the Delivery, episode number 63. And guys, I am your host, Dave, and I'm joined here with my co-host, as always. You guys know him down in West by God, Virginia.
Fuck.
Luke, how's it going, buddy?
I don't know how many times I've said it at this point. I'm sure it'll be way more, but the fact that soundbite came from the very first episode, as big of a train wreck as that was for us to listen back to, and for everybody that listens to the in the beginning, episode 1, our apologies. You know, that was we were very, very new, and but. Every time I hear that soundbite, I'm like, damn, what a perfect. I mean, that thing has carried, and it makes me, I try not to laugh at it, but it just describes what we do. I think Fitzy we might have said it on Fitzy's episode, or he had said something about it. It just, for what we do, it just describes so many things, and just the tone, but I feel like that was my masterpiece. And it was the very beginning.
It was so good. Episode 1, man.
But no, as far as the week goes, I see, you know, we had some changes, but we'll get into that. And I don't know, as we record this, we're through the midweek hump. So happy Monday to everybody, or whatever day you would listen. But yeah, everything's pretty good over here, brother.
Good, man. Good. Also, just going around the table, our producer over there, Nate. Nate, how's it going?
It's going good. What's going on, guys?
Oh, good, man. You sound so good tonight.
Thank you.
He's got it up there. Look at him. Thank you. I mean, that's a voice that you could read. To fucking put somebody. I mean, you got one of them voices, Nate, that is like a fucking. I don't know if I would say book on tape while you're driving, because that would probably be fucking dangerous, because you don't want to be getting sleepy while you drive. But since I on the fly here, I'll go ahead and step in for best moderator in the game and introduce the other part of the team here, the Rolling Rogans. I'm not sure they're literally rolling as we speak. So if you guys can hear us, I'll just say, how have you been, and how's everything going?
We're rolling. We just keep laughing every time we go after Nate. He's just so chill, and we're just like rolling along and laughing after that.
Well, yeah, that's just Nate. He's always chill.
Yeah, it's awesome. So
we're making a race for the border of Arkansas tonight.
Yeah, we're in Oklahoma right now.
Man,
right.
I wish if Joe Exotic Zoo was still open, but it isn't, unfortunately. Sorry, that's all I think about anymore, and I think of Oklahoma as Tiger King. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. There's a lot of other things in Oklahoma. I'm from West Virginia. I'm sure people can. I feel like I could say, come on,
Yeah,
I
there's
could relate.
Tulsa, Oklahoma. That's all I know.
Don't be offended, Oklahomians. I get it. I'm from the same.
Oklahomians?
I don't know what they're fucking called. The Sooners, the Cowboys.
Fuck.
Tulsa. I forget what the fucking Tulsa's team name is, but Oklahoma State's Cowboy. I don't fucking know.
There you go. See, you know there's a couple other things there.
Well, yes, I do.
Yeah,
I'm just my
been.
point. Yeah. I haven't either, but most of them haven't been. Actually, you know, Jim Ross is from Oklahoma. Greatest fucking WWE announcer of all time. That guy's a fucking legend. I love that. That's what's great if you introduce Joe and Amy, especially when they're rolling, you don't know where the fuck they're going to be at. So they just throw a place, and then I can just.
It would be fun to like listen to every episode like they've been a part of. Like, how are you guys? Oh, today we're in California. Oh, today we're in Utah. Today we're in Colorado. Today we're in.
I mean,
Oklahoma.
I think because I was thinking, I was like, well, people, because I know Tammy listens. Tammy's from Oklahoma, so I would just think I'm not thinking for Tammy, but I was thinking like, yeah, be like the guy from West Virginia saying, oh, you think about what do you think Oklahoma's Tiger King? That made me think. I was like, outside looking in. I just say I understand.
Yeah,
I get it.
That's right. Well, we're glad everybody could be joining us tonight. So keep on rolling, guys, and be safe in your travels. So, Luke, man, it's been, dude, I woke up today. Listen, it's Wednesday when we're recording tonight. We're recording a little early. We're midweek. Dude, I woke up today. I thought it was Thursday. I was like, yeah, baby, tomorrow's Friday. Let's
That's
go.
the fucking worst.
That's the worst.
When you go a day ahead, it's fucking terrible. But when you're a day behind, but I feel like it's rare to be a day behind when you're getting close to the end of the week because it's you get like I feel like I've gotten Tuesday and Wednesday mixed up a shit ton because I feel like I'm in just not give a shit mode at that point because I'm like fucking week's rolling. Then you turn around and it's Thursday, which tomorrow, a couple of hours here, it will be.
It will be.
But I will say this, that I had a good day today. I was good, but I did the thing, and I normally power naps work well for me, but today I woke up fucking early, forgot to take the garbage out, got it out. But as I'm hearing them going up the street, like senses, Ashley was like, oh shit, did you take the garbage out? I just fucking sprint, get out there, take the garbage out. Cause that's like one of the biggest fails I feel like you can have in your adult life is when you forget to take out the fucking garbage.
If you miss a week, you're fucked.
Yeah. Because we pile up shit. I mean, yeah, dude, especially I couldn't imagine with you, dude. You just have diapers. You'd have 2 weeks of diapers just packing, fermenting in there.
Oh yeah.
And fucking, I mean,
and then you got the cat shit on top of that.
See, yeah, you got the cat shit, all the
terrible.
other. Yeah, it's fucking bad.
It's terrible.
And so,
thanks for reminding me because tomorrow is my garbage day. So,
well, there you go. So as I barely made it by the skin of my teeth, and I was like awake. So it was like 5 a.m. ish, and
yeah. Oh, dude, it's like when you mentioned earlier when we were on the phone, like I'm gonna be off early. I could cut the grass. Dude, I don't know why, but my grass is still growing at like a ridiculous rate.
Mine was high as fuck, man. I didn't realize
and it's
it was
like,
bad.
if I miss a week of that, I'm so screwed. Dude, my front lawn looks like a fucking hayfield. It's just lined with rows of.
That's what my yard, mine does too. My hillside, man. My neighbor, he's one of them. He's particular with his lawn, and it looks good. I mean, he's one of them. He's good. It looks good. And then mine.
I try to be that, but I'm just like, I can't.
I tried to, and this year I gave less of a fuck because one, I have a fence now, and I didn't have a fence prior, so I got to weed eat more, and it just makes it that much shittier.
Yeah.
And but it is once you've kind of we're almost at the point where we won't. I don't know what the weather's been like up your way, but it's been frosting here nightly now. It's supposed to be in the 50s. I mean, I think the 50s are the high this weekend, but it got up to like 70 today. It wasn't like cold.
Yeah, that was about what it was here.
But if it starts frosting, man, at least we won't have to cut it too much longer. Maybe a couple more times, and then we not worry about it.
Yep.
Because that's what I'm looking forward to. Because I'm gonna weed eat one last time. It looks, oh god, I hate it.
You should just
still hate it. Well, that might not be a bad idea. I can fucking probably.
It's already
find a
fenced
road
in. Fuck it. Just let them go. Let them go.
Oh,
weed the lawn for you.
I would end up. I'd almost wish for a hawk. We had to watch our little dog because of fucking hawks. And
oh no.
Yeah, she's little enough they could fucking grab her,
scoop her right up.
And they circle sometimes. But if we got a goat, she would be so annoying that I'd almost want one of them hawks to just fucking scoop her up. It'd be fucking. I mean, as much as I'd like to have a goat, it would never happen because they would never leave it alone. They would be obsessed with it. My other dog, Gus, the older one would probably bark at it a little bit, but he would eventually not give a fuck. But the Daisy, yeah, it would be. That's kind of why I don't really get another cat at this, because I don't really. It's hard to replace the fucking legend that Walt was, but and also he was pretty low maintenance, like super low. Like that's all. I was like, I want to find, like, I know that's kind of weird how he sort of came into our lives, but it worked out. And I know if I would find like an inside outside, I don't want a fucking inside cat. I just don't. I'm like, man, I got 2 fucking dogs already.
I wish I did not have any.
Yeah, that once you have one,
2.
yeah, once you have one that fucking is like that, you realize how much easier, because you don't have to. They don't normally, because he would stay outside for fucking like 2 days, or he would go out every night. He'd whine at the door, and his litter box would be fucking spotless. Like it wouldn't even stink. It was awesome. That's what I kept thinking. I was like, man, I don't want to get. People were trying to give me kittens. I was like, fuck, I don't want to. That's the last thing I need, is get a couple inside cats in here to just add to the fucking
craziness.
Yeah, but
oh shit. Anyways, so guys, before we get started, let us first thank the Patreon subscribers. So huge shout out to Tony, Sam, V, Andrew, Fernando, Nate, Clement, Jerica, Tad, Sam C, Luke C, Ryan, Will, and Ashley P. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. We appreciate you. Thank you guys.
Absolutely. Every time.
Absolutely.
And it means a lot. I know Dave, when he says we know why Dave has to. I think that was illustrated a couple episodes ago, because we did it like backwards, and I tried to do it. And I was really stumbling, but I was taking forever. But we say I do it. It means a lot, guys.
Absolutely. Like I've said before, the fact that you guys, anybody, not even just the Patreon subscribers, but anybody that just fucking listens to us and listen to me and Luke's just talk, and it's a little weird.
It's been I'll tell weird, you there. I got a story tonight too that I was thinking, like, it's one of them things that, like, people always say, like, thank God social media wasn't around. And I was like, yeah, I could say that for this, because it wasn't around back then, because it was like 20 years ago. But it's like, here we are on the podcast. I'm going to air it out anyway. Fuck it.
That's right. And guys, speaking of social media, go follow us on all your social media accounts. Also, the website, deliveringgreatness.com. The links will all be in the description of the episode for patreon.com/AITDpod and deliveringgreatness.com. Also, we're still getting messages for these info pod pad notices. So guys, we're sending them out to you guys as well. If you want one, hit us up. Slide into our DMs. All right. Also, last but not least, guys, mail in your ballots. All right. Vote it. Okay. Whether you vote for the Power Slate or Teamsters United, make sure you guys vote. All right. The votes are due by November 15th. All right. If you haven't received one, or if you're like me and you fucked up on it because I can't read, then call the number. All right. Call the number. I don't know if I should give out the number on here or not, but contact your
shop steward. There you go.
Thank you. And contact your shop steward. Get the number for the replacement. Also, you can find the number online as well. I see them all over Facebook. All that great stuff. So, guys, don't forget to vote. But that's enough of that that stuff.
No, I'm not saying out of that. It's true. It's important to vote in this thing. It absolutely
it's a big one.
Is.
It's a big one.
I was just thinking, because ours got screwed up. We got sent the wrong region. So everybody that sent theirs in, it was like null. So we got to redo it. I was like, boy, what a fucking time to be alive. Seen some shit. I mean, I'm not even talking about this recent election. I even think, like, it was from the Bush Al Gore recount in Florida back in the day. Like, that was we've seen a lot of shit in 20 years. A lot of shit in 20 years.
Right. And just related like to Teamster stuff too, the last vote, just how close that was. Which is true when they say every vote matters. Every vote matters. So, and we've seen the pictures. We've seen people on IG taking pictures of them putting it back, in the mailbox with their with their ballot enclosed. So guys, keep that coming. All right, keep the votes coming. So, Luke, we got a couple things to talk about, including the question of the week, which we will get to a little later in the show. But first, this past week, Luke, the 22-4s have hit your building in West by God, Virginia.
Fuck.
How the hell was your Monday?
Well, it was pretty fucked, is what it was. It was fucking. I mean, I was I was on a route that I don't run. A route that I don't know if I've ever run. I bet at this point, when I covered, I did bounce around a lot, so I probably have ran that route, but I don't remember. Like it might have been once or shit around it, maybe not that route. I don't know, but it was shit that I don't deliver. Like I haven't, don't have the area ever. If it's
just like a good friend of ours said. More area Monday.
Yeah, dude, fucking, he was not lying. And so basically, for everybody that is in the business, if you, especially under our banner, the screen is 8 stops. So I had like a screen and a half of shit that I knew, and the rest was like, and of course, it's not really as irony would have it because the cradle didn't work, but I was like, fuck it, I'll be fine.
Of course it didn't.
Because I'm not a fucking cradle baby. I was like, I used to do this. I got thrown in the routes blind. I've been on a bid route for a couple years. I fucking kind of forgot how it was to get thrown into the fire. And I was like, I can fucking make it through. And it was a bitch. It sucks because if they would do this like kind of from here on out, like when the weather gets bad, that route I was on, I wouldn't deliver shit because I didn't know where I was fucking going. I'll say there was like 4 times where I was in oh shit moments backing out of 500, dude. I was in a small truck backing out of 500 into places and like residential, like places not out, like not even places in the sticks, because I'd like make a turn up like a dead end fucking street where there'd be nothing, and dude, it just was it fucking sucked. It did, man. It fucking blew.
Oh yeah.
But I got, I did get through it, and I made it, and it just if they're going to do that, I told them just to put me back in Morgantown on a Monday, because I that shit I delivered for years.
Right.
That area, I mean, I would be rusty with it, but at least I fucking know it,
Right. But still, like that shit comes back to you quick. I feel like
it does. It does. I ran a route randomly over the summer one time when we were shorthanded. I hadn't ran it in 3 years. Dude, it fucking clicked once I started rolling with it. The only thing that changed was literally new shit was built. Shit I didn't even, I was like, damn,
sure,
it's changed a little bit, but
sure. So it's funny you were mentioning the cradle babies. I think I gotta be easy on how I gotta be careful how I word this. Hold on. I gotta be careful how I word this.
But I gotta add something to that last.
Obviously, we know there's cradle babies who work for the company. But let me tell you something. I think some more of our superiors are even more of cradle babies. Okay? Because, hear me out. Because the other day, it was right after the PCM. And I think it was right after the PCM. It may have been before. But right after the, so like everybody, we're at our trucks, both sides of the belt. I look across the belt. There's one of our soups in the truck across the belt from me.
Putting in a cradle.
Oh, dude.
Sorry.
You can see straight down the aisle of the truck, and there he is, just taking out all 4 screws and just popping it out of a full-time driver's route. Granted, he may not need it. He probably doesn't need it because he probably knows his route like it's the back of his hand. Full-time driver,
right.
But still, like, you heard about it. Like, you heard about the issue about cradles going missing. Like, when they first had them, when they first came out, like, they're like, people are jacking the cradles like out of our trucks. And I don't know if it was actual drivers doing it the entire time.
Well, it may not have been, and they're probably excuse to be like, well, I don't drive it that much. I'll be like, well, it fucking sucks. Tough shit. Remember how it used to be.
I mean, me, like, I was volunteering. I was like, please take it from my truck. Please.
Yeah, that way you don't have to worry about getting plugged in. You don't have to be like, hey, your cradle usage is down. Be like, well, if you don't have a fucking cradle, you don't have to worry about cradle usage.
Let me tell you something. I have not put that thing inside that cradle all the way. I put it in there and it rests in there. I don't plug it in. I haven't done it in, I don't think I've done it since I've had it in my truck.
We would have to, because that would get brought up if we didn't plug it in.
See, like, that's what's crazy. I haven't heard anything about it recently.
I think
and now that I say it, it's gonna fucking happen like next week. Watch.
Right.
Watch.
I know.
Because I know there's some fucking rats who listen to this podcast out of my building. And I know someone's gonna go bitch about me now. Whoa, you know we're Husky's not using this cradle.
Just framing yourself. Framing himself.
But listen, here's the thing, right? Tonight, I was like, fucking last stop. I'm gonna fucking put it in. I fucking slipped it right in there. My screen went blue. It went blue, and then it went to restart. My whole diet went to restart after I plugged it in.
It was probably shocked.
I plugged it in. I was like, what the fuck's going on here? My whole diet did a complete restart. I was like, okay, that's why I don't plug it in.
I'll tell you the fucking last thing I wanted to add to that, though. The fucking worst part was when I used to run routes in the blind. That had happened before. Came up in that era. That was fine, but that was before Orion and the trace was put into the dyad. Like, when you don't know where the fuck you're going, you just kind of follow it the way it is, you know? You can't spend that much time looking into shit. And God, dude, what a fucking way. It sucks way worse now. I feel for you cover drivers out there that don't know if your cradle does not work and you don't know your area, it is going to be tough shit, because you're going to follow the tough shit trace, and that's kind of not your fault. Let's just put in, but well, I mean, there's fucking nothing you can do about it. You just got to swallow it. But hadn't said that in a while. You just got to swallow it. But to add because this just happened this week too, with not with 22 fours, but I have a dog story to start off. Literally, just it happened. This was yesterday, and so it's a friendly chocolate lab, friendly as fuck. Seen this dog since he was a puppy. I don't know if he's a full size lab. He's still like not a little dog, but he's not as big as like what a normal, full grown lab would be. And I mean, he's probably like 2 years old, so maybe he's still going to grow too as well. He's young and but big enough. So he's a lovable fucking dog. And me, just come here and let me see you. I'm fucking all up in dogs' faces. And so he's got a fucking really wet nose, and he jumped, and like my face, I'm like down like eye level with him. He like lunged at me, and his nose, it didn't poke my eye, but it jammed into my eye. Like, it didn't hurt. And fucking but it took my contact out. It literally swiped the contact out of my eyeball because his nose was wet, and it got in there deep enough, like it swiped it, and it didn't get caught in the corner of my eye. It didn't I looked on my shirt. I was still as fuck. I couldn't find it. It flew out of my eye. So I've rocked the rest of the day with one contact in, and I hate to say that wasn't the first time, but I got through it, but yeah, that was a little.
Wait, that wasn't the first time a dog's knocked your contact out of your eye?
Oh no, that was the first time.
Oh,
that just
okay.
wasn't the first time I've driven with one contact in.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
I gotcha. That sucks. Is it like that tough?
I mean, it fucks with luckily I didn't have to deliver in the dark. When you only have one contact in the dark, it sucks. Especially like if you got to drive back on the highway or something, because it'll like, God, I can't believe I've had to do this. I mean, desperate times, what can I say? I don't think you could get into it would be like, hey, somebody's got to come get this. I still felt I could still drive, but like, it just fucks with it's just like literally, it's hard to explain, but at nighttime headlights, it's kind of wacky. It sucks.
Yeah, sure.
But you can do it if you have to.
But hey, you gotta love the dogs.
Oh, fuck yeah,
gotta love
dude.
them as long as if they love you.
Well, God, I guess to keep fucking going in from this week, because the story I said I was going to fucking, Dave's framing himself. I'm going to not really so much frame myself. I'm just I was thinking, I was like, how much detail will I go into to get the gist of it, I guess. But so I was delivering Monday. I was not in an area that I know. And I this is funny. So I see a last name of somebody. Not the last, it was a woman. So it was a woman's name, but it had a last name that I was familiar with, of somebody I knew. A guy I went to high school with. And it just made me wonder, because I have a connection with this guy. And this is not really, I say this is a rough and rowdy story from the past. This is not really, if we have any young people listening to this, don't do this. Most people, if you're college age or whatever, do the opposite of what I did, as far as my steps. Don't walk in my shoes. So yeah, don't think this is fucking, I could laugh at this now, but this is kind of funny.
Don't get hit by cars.
Don't get hit by cars. That's probably a good one. That's a good one to remember. But,
amazing.
So what's funny is, like I said, you can judge me if you want to. It's not a big deal. It has to do with the old fucking with weed. And I'd gotten in trouble, and didn't get arrested, but I'd gotten in trouble, like caught at girls basketball states after this. Our school, our team lost in the state championship down in the Capitol. It was in Charleston at this Embassy Suites hotel where everybody was staying at. And I basically, we were young, we were partying, we were drinking, but I had like barely, like, it wasn't like, I said probably like a fucking, call it a gram or two, it wasn't nothing nuts. But so I ended up getting in trouble with it. Lesson learned. I was fucking grounded. My junior year was pretty much over. Boy, my dad was pissed. But anyways, the fucking thing that happened was, they asked me where I'd got it from, and I never fucking told them. I didn't fucking give them a name. I didn't rat anybody out. And it was funny a little bit, because this was a spectacle. This was a spectacle, dude. So I'm not like, it's not like nobody, like, there's not like flashing lights and a bunch of squad cars and shit like that. But so, like I said, it's high school age. So, gossip level, there's fucking teachers, there's parents, there's other students, all at this hotel, all looking down, seeing this shit go down. So there's hotel. I don't know what the fucking they were doing there, but the police were there. The Charleston fucking police were there, and they were there with hotel security looking at some room. They weren't looking at us, but it just, what was happened, like somebody saw, like just like took off running because they were drinking, and it just sort of, was one of those things. So there I am down there, got the fucking cops, the fucking got teachers, fucking blah blah blah. I ended up, like I said, I didn't get in any trouble. It was a slap on the wrist. Because it was literally that. I think like that's what I mean when I say there was probably literally nothing left, because that's like what I'd had, because I was a kid. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to, like I said, you can judge me if you want, but this is the connection that I have with this last name, because this guy, he wasn't Scarface. You know what I mean? He was some high school kid getting a little bit of fucking, you know what I mean? I bought a little bit of fucking, weed from him. But the fact that I didn't tell anybody, never gave him a name, not even my dad, nobody. And so that made me that made me a legend in the school. They all thought I was fucking like a badass, because everybody that ever got caught like that fucking always gave people up, I feel like. Mm-hmm. So I deliver, and I see him. I don't talk to him because I see him from a distance. I haven't seen this dude in like 15 years. I know it's him because he's recognizable. I fucking knew it was him. So I deliver, and I laugh because his house, he had a nice ass house, nice wraparound porch, had this big ass separate garage, like track, all this shit. It looked nice fucking place. And I was like, damn, good for you, brother. And I was fucking sitting there like, because it was getting late. I was already pissed off because that was the whole route I ran in the blind. It was like pretty much at like hour 10 and a half or 11. I was fucking tired. I didn't want to like make a conversation because it had been literally at least 15 years, if not longer. And the joke that I'm making about this is that I said to Dave, I was like, I feel like I want to pat myself on the back a little bit for what the success he had, because I started him out on the right path, because I didn't rat him out. Now, remember, everybody, this was 20 years ago. Like I said, I was a fucking kid. I didn't, what's done is done. Like I said, if we have kids, don't fucking break the law. But this was back in the day too, when fucking that shit was not like it is now. This, pretty much, I don't know how many states it's like legal in or decriminalized now, but it wasn't like that 20 years ago. So it was still like, they probably looked at it like there was probably like a fucking half of a thumbnail scraper of something in that. And they were just like, this teaches kid a lesson, fucking done, fucking, I don't, yeah. So, but it was literally like, oh, I was caught with, caught with drugs. And it made, it was a fucking, it was such a spectacle. But yeah, the connection that I had with that guy, we'll always have that, because anytime we see each other, that's always the first thing we always laugh about. It's like, it's random as fuck. And I hadn't seen him in so long, but
both of you guys know.
Yeah, that's our connection. I was like, that literally started, that might've started on the right path, but that was kind of a joke. But me telling him a mistake I made and trying to, I was a kid, I'm not going to say we were fucking, I fucked up plenty. I'm sure. I'm fucked up more than, well, not more, I'd say we all made our mistakes, but that was one that was like, I think, just the way it happened to like where it did, like it was literally had to be like in every, like I said, spectacle dude. But yeah, he has a fucking awesome house, doing well. Like I said, I won't mention his name, obviously, in case the feds come knocking. Sorry. Sorry.
Oh shit. Oh, that's awesome. Isn't that funny though, how you have that connection with some people and you just know, like, both of you guys know the same.
It's so funny. It's like, it's so funny how I can fucking, like, how they say time fucking, I don't want to say it's like it was a healing thing. It's funny that I can laugh at that now, because boy, that was fucking devastating at the time. Holy shit, man. My world was fucking over at that point, dude. Man, it's funny to look back on. thinking as a 16 or 17-year-old, however fucking old I was. But
Right.
yeah, shit. Oh.
So speaking of like stuff from the past, okay, so like so you know me and you, let's say, we have interests, I guess would be the word, interests of stuff that we enjoy doing, and we don't really do them much anymore because we're older and we have responsibilities.
Yeah, that's true. Dude,
You know,
I know where you're going with this, and this was
and it was fun because me and you talked on the phone for like, I don't know how long it was, and we talked about this topic for like a half hour. We're like, fuck it, let's just talk about it on the podcast.
literally from different background, from different sides of the spectrum with it. But for everybody listening, I fucking hope that at some point in time or somewhere you got to experience something like it. Because it,
Oh, yeah.
and we're saying this from like a, not even a scale of like, I guess we could say what it is. We're talking about with the feeling you get from a crowd, when a crowd, rather
Right.
with Dave,
The
with
adrenaline
music.
rush,
Yes.
the butterflies in your stomach, like everything, like all the emotions hit.
Dude, it was and it for me it was sports. Dave, it was music, but equal fucking same exact rush though you get.
And I
And
can't even remember how we even talked. Like, how did this even come up?
it's hard to
fuck were we
tell
talking
how.
about?
I have no idea because I mean, with me, I was talking about the fucking tough man contest with boxing in front of fucking, you know, a packed fucking house, and you were talking. I don't know how the fuck we started talking
I
about
don't
it. It had
even
to
know
be,
how we started talking
but
about
it
it.
was
But
either
it's so
that,
good.
yeah, and it just,
It's fun to talk about.
but we had moments. And I'd say I'll give mine real quick of a specific time, because I feel like with football, like I was kind of telling you too, the same way with boxing somewhat. I feel like it's different because I feel like you would have way more of a connection with what you would do because you're speaking, you know, singing or playing to a crowd. You're looking into them. Whereas what I was doing, it was either somebody on across from a football field, or you know, it was against someone else. It wasn't into it. So it would be in a way personal, more connected, I guess I would say. But when the very first fucking tough man contest I fought in, fight number 1, I ended up faking this dude out at the end of the round because I wouldn't have heard it otherwise, because you're swinging, you don't fucking hear nothing. It's dark in there. They got 4 lights above the ring, and that's kind of it. I mean, it's dark. You don't really see much. You don't fucking, well, you're not really looking into the crowd. You're looking to not get hit in the fucking face. But
Of course.
but at the very end of the round, so like kind of when I could let the guard down, I faked a fucking just a regular haymaker, and hit this dude with a left hook, and I felt it. Like I've connected. It was a good one. And he stumbled back into the ropes, and the fucking bell rang like 2 seconds later. And I heard the crowd going fucking nuts. And like I look back, and I mean, I start pounding, you know, I was pounding my fucking chest and looking up, pointing. I mean, I sat down, and then to end it, when I got up from the stool I was sitting on, I told Dave, like, my energy was fucking zapped. Because I was like, for 60 seconds, I was literally roaring to the crowd. I sat down for like maybe 10 seconds, but I felt like I just took a nap. Like but I ended up winning that fight. I'll say that. But that was mine. And do you have any particular moment you want to share that you can recall specifically?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I know you
like,
got a lot, but just anyone that you could think of really that fucking spoke
no, I mean,
out.
like, it was funny. So like, I'll give you a few different scenarios that I had when I was playing in a band. And one of them was we were playing a battle of the bands. And the battle of the bands, I think there was about, I think they said 29 I want to see if it was like 29. For some reason, these two numbers come up to me. It was either 29 or 31. So it was either 29 or 31, and there was 29 and 31 different bands from around the Northeast that came to play this Battle of the Bands. There was people from Maine, people from South Jersey, Maryland, Connecticut, Massachusetts, all around the Northeast. And first place gets $1,000. $1,000, the band wins $1,000.
Right.
And so like all these bands were coming in from out of town, out of state to come and play this. And like, each band had like their groupies or whatever you want to call them, their hardcore,
Groupies. Yeah,
their hardcore
maybe.
followers.
Yeah, I got you.
And and like we didn't have anybody with us, so you know what I mean. Like everybody had their whoever it was with them, and so to get to the point, we ended up winning first place at this Battle of the Bands out of however many it was, 29 or 31 bands. And like when it's weird because whenever we would play, even just regular shows, it seems like if there was people hanging outside of the venue or whatnot, every time we would play, people would come in. And I don't know what it was. If the music was good.
Nice.
not to tap my own fucking self on the back.
I heard with some of the stuff, dude. Yeah, you guys were solid. You guys were solid.
So like, it was weird, and like people really listened. And so like when we were up there playing the Battle of the Bands, I still remember it. So like when we were up there playing the Battle of Bands, like everybody was kind of just down below, all the different bands, all the groupies of all the different bands, and just kind of just spread out throughout this place. It was like an auditorium or something. Like we were playing this fucking like auditorium, and like they were just all spread out. It wasn't like it wasn't a close knit place where everybody's shoulder to shoulder venue,
Right.
And so
right.
like when like we were playing, like everybody was just. It seemed like they were almost just like in like a trance. Like everyone's just like fucking staring, like hardcore staring, like just like wow, almost maybe. I don't know what it was, so like that was like one thing where it was weird playing in front of the crowd, but you got to hype yourself up, you got to have that stage presence, you know, so that you look professional. I guess that would, that's what it'd be. It would be like looking professional. And so like, that was like one thing. So like, that was a weird thing to play because everybody was just like zombie faced.
Yeah.
Just like
they were fucking on something, just looking at you.
Maybe they were. Maybe they weren't on something. Who knows? Who the fuck knows? So like, that was one instance. Another instance, we played this venue in Kingston that used to be called The Basement. And it's now a sweet burger joint. They make delicious fucking burgers over there. They have some shows play. But this venue was long, but it was tight. And there's still a video on YouTube actually of us playing that this person recorded, and they were on the floor. So it's just, it's the stage and then it's the floor. And it's all standing room. There's no chairs except for the bar that's in the back. And watching that video is pretty fucking awesome, but playing it is pretty fucking cool too, because here's the thing. So because it's so tight, for those kids that are there for a good time, those kids that are there for the mosh pit, those kids that are there to throw down like during the music.
Right.
This video was taken it was just right on the side of the mosh pit. Like this girl who was videotaping was getting bumped by fucking people just going nuts. And like when you see that and you're on stage and these guys are just throwing down in the middle of the mosh pit to your music, buddy, like how I just said before, I had to get, you got to hype yourself up to look good on stage. You didn't even need to hype yourself up. Like you felt that energy. And I think that's where me and you were talking about it on the phone, was like, you feel the energy of the crowd. For you, it was, and like you said, it was different because for you, you know, sure, you hit them with that hook and then the bell rang and then you hear the crowd go wild. Like it's just, and then you just get that burst. You just get that, yes.
I
you
couldn't
know what
imagine.
I mean?
And that's like, that was, I mean, that was at a decent amount of, there was probably a few thousand people there at least, but
Fucking
dude, I
awesome.
couldn't imagine doing that at like Madison Square Garden or something like that. Cause you fucking,
Yeah.
I mean, just to think of what we were talking about, we were like fucking kids talking about that, just fucking jacked and excited. I couldn't imagine doing that in a venue like that or somewhere
No,
that's
or just
like,
and right. So like for like me, it would be like playing like a festival. You know what I mean?
Right.
Playing like Lollapalooza or something. And just seeing the sea of people out there shoulder to shoulder and just like it's the coolest thing. Cause I mean, like, you know, we've played some big shows too, where like, you know, like, I mean, big when I'm big, I'm talking like a few hundred people. You know, I'm not talking thousands.
well,
like-
that, yeah, I got
like
you, but still
playing like a
still.
big show like that with a few hundred people and like getting them to do like you're in total fucking control almost. You know,
Right.
like you see lead singers just start clapping, then everybody in the crowd starts clapping too, you know, and just getting them to do that and just, yeah, dude, it's the coolest fucking thing, man. And I fucking miss it.
That's what we were saying. And I said on
Yeah,
Clay's
it-
episode that
It just
I
came to me too.
was going to come out of retirement for that, but I don't know if I really will or not. I don't know if I can physically do it, but I'd like to.
Right. And I think this whole conversation started on the phone because I think I remember now was we were talking about Oscar. From the band No Resolve,
yeah.
who's
that's
all over
right.
social media, showing up everywhere on social media. Who's a driver for the company?
Yeah, that's right.
And,
No Resolve Oscar.
yeah.
Yeah, that is.
And we were
fucking
talking about
right.
bands, and then I got into it about crowd stuff and energy. Yeah, but yeah,
That's right,
it's so much fun,
dude.
so much fucking fun.
I got one more thing I'm going to add real quick before we get into the question of the week, because this is literally something that I saw today, because I wanted to get this out here. And she's definitely got her own voice, as does her husband. They don't need our voice. They can express their opinions. This is more of just more of just curious, because it's kind of fascinating. It's fucked up. And I see why she's pissed. But I'm talking about Chelsea and Dusty, aka Mindfully Me, and Old Bald Bearded Bastard. And she had a post. They were, to make it, to summarize it, they were in Pennsylvania and had some tolls. And she said that she got a bill in the mail saying she didn't pay these tolls, where it's on video because there's surveillance at these things. And you got to raise the gate to get it. So basically, it shows her paying for it, but it was the exact amount that the tolls were. And I think she had to go to Pennsylvania to court if she wanted to fight it. Now, I don't know where at in PA this was at. She would have to go, but that could be a very long trip. So it's like, I mean, one, I don't know. We don't have tolls in West by God, Virginia. Like I said before, we just have our own tolls, but we really don't. I mean, some places may. I'm not going to speak for the whole place, but yeah, we might have a few custom tolls. But anyways, I'm just kidding. But I just want to know, for anybody that listens to this, because she put a poll out about if this has happened to you. Has this ever happened? Have you ever heard of this, getting fucked over, getting a bill for not paying tolls? When you literally have to, I mean, you have to pay it for the gate to raise, right? Even in the Easy Pass. I don't know. Yeah. So how the fuck is this even a thing?
Like, why did it raise up if she did not pay the correct amount of change?
Yeah. And I mean, for however many tolls this was, it could have been, but you know, it's like, so what? They're literally, I feel like there's just bored people out there, because how much money could be, you know what I mean?
Right.
And they're going to make you fucking go to, it's just like, and you paid it. So it's like, because I guarantee you most people just are like, fuck it, just pay it twice. And that's probably all it is like, hey, we can almost double our money. Because that's bullshit, though. It is still fucked up. So I see why she's pissed. But yeah. So I just want to throw that out there.
Now, most of New York State, I think almost all of New York State now is tollless. So the tolls, if you don't have an Easy Pass, it gets your license plate and it mails you what you owe. There's no more people working in the toll booth, like handing out tickets and shit.
So toll booth jobs are now obsolete completely. Damn.
Yeah.
Coyote Ugly, John. I just my randomness, man. John Goodman played Coyote. He was a toll booth operator. Coyote Ugly. Yes, I watched Coyote Ugly. I was in love with Piper Perry and Tyra Banks. What can I say? I may or may not have needed a pillow if we would have had a scene together if I acted in that.
So,
anyways,
so let's get into the question of the week. All right. So because you guys got to hear a little bit more about me and Luke, that may be a side you didn't get to hear ever. I mean, I've talked about being in a band, but I don't think I've ever gone into detail. And Luke's talked about boxing. I don't think Luke's ever gone into detail like that.
Yeah.
So because you guys got to hear a little bit about us, we wanted to hear a little bit about you. And this question of the week we just put out yesterday. And holy shit, did we get some fucking response from everybody. So thank you guys so much. And this is the one we're going to go with this week. And the question of the week is, what job other than your own would you like to have? So we know where most of the people are currently working right now.
Right.
And this is what they would like to be doing otherwise. And we can get into it. Okay. So this is what we got. Speaking of Chelsea at Mindfully Me, she says full-time farmer. And listen, I'm totally with that. I don't know if I ever mentioned to you about like how much I would like fucking love to own a farm and ride tractors around all day and like go through. I know it's hard work. I know. But like,
yeah, but if you can make your own food supply, you're fucking winning.
Fucking right. And then
and
you sell it too.
Yeah.
Like food markets and shit.
That may end up being the new currency here coming up. Who the hell knows?
Right, soon enough, probably, dude. Probably.
Yeah.
And what do we got next? Next is Jerica Green Thumb says, I would love to own a plant nursery or grow marijuana. Hey.
See, like I said with that story I told 20 years ago, if she would have said that 20 and when I did that, they would be like, what? No, but it's true. Her name's Jerica. I mean, her IG name's Jerica Green Thumb. She'd be amazing at it. She'd be fucking amazing at it.
Sure thing. Exactly.
Yeah.
This next one is from White Van Man 72 says a travel photographer. White Van Man, go and hook up with the Roland Rogans if you want to become a travel photographer. You go right along with.
And I'll tell you right now that fucking Gary aka White Van Man, takes some amazing fucking pictures.
Oh, dude, I know. Have you seen?
He's got some incredible. For anybody that it's White Van Man 7. Is that what it is? 72. Yeah, for anybody that's that listens to this that doesn't follow Gary, give him a follow because he takes some amazing fucking pictures. Amazing. Yeah, exactly. Amazing.
Exactly. One more time for the people in the back.
Amazing.
All right. See, I'm in fucking show mode right now. Here we go. Next is from you.
Oh shit.
Fuck.
Nomad the delivery guy says professional poker player.
Yes, sir, buddy. I don't know. Even to this day, I don't know if I could totally do it, but I could be way more disciplined to try it. But yeah, I fucking call me crazy, man. But it's always been a fucking. It has been a passion.
Oh, there you go. That's good. The next one is from Gimme More Cosplay says, go back to being a professional cosplayer. Start streaming again, possibly get back into professional gaming. Or maybe get paid to go off-roading in my Jeep would be cool too.
Yes, it would.
That's crazy. Professional cosplayer. So like that means like he must have traveled, or he or she. Give me more cosplay. Not sure if it's a male or a female. Doesn't say their name. But So like that means like they must have traveled, right? To like Comic-Cons
Yeah.
and like all these other events, and like that's fucking hella cool. Do you actually get paid for that? I mean, like, do they have sponsorships and shit, right?
Probably. I would
fucking-
say.
that's insane. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Also Jeep. Going off-roading in the Jeep.
Mm-hmm. Fuck yeah.
Maybe become like a professional driver for like commercials and shit. Stunt
Yeah.
drivers.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Don't say professionals or don't say it too.
Don't say
loosely, 'cause
professionals.
That's what we are. That's what we are already. It's definitely not just. I don't
It's
think
true.
it's. How many people said that is their dream job? sorry. I'm not good. I don't want to be dream killer here.
Next one is from ADG. Awesome delivery guy. Says some kind of road course race car driver, but definitely F1. So speaking of professional drivers, stunt. Oh no, what do you say? Race car driver. Road course race car driver. Definitely F1. That's awesome. J Hill 352 says music producer or audio engineer. Like fucking right, buddy. Hey, listen, when me and you retire, we'll open up a studio together, right? Next one. Fucking love this guy.
Amazing.
Swollen Gorilla says screenwriter. Like I did back in the day. Sometimes I miss that life.
Dude, that sounds interesting.
See, I love how this all relates to what me and you were just talking about, our past, what we did earlier, but before we had this job. Totally, man, missed that life.
And say to Swollen
100%.
Gorilla, I have been fucking, God, I've been on a liquid death kick now because of you, buddy. You've got me fucking, I've got Mrs. Nomad on it.
God damn it.
Dave's bursting at the seams. It's just
I
readily
saw
available.
a can sitting on my hub tonight.
Oh, it's around. I actually got carded. I got carded when I bought it the second time by this. There was somebody new at this place near our building. Because most company drivers go to.
Or did he know it was water?
They didn't. They didn't at first. No, and
he said liquid death. This is definitely alcohol.
I played right into it. I showed him my ID and everything, and I was like, "That's water, though." By the way,
made him feel like a fucking idiot.
No, I was like, just don't do that to any more people because they might just be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Of course, that might have been better than playing along with it. I don't know. Maybe that was just a kind of an asshole-ish thing to do. But hey, it was all right.
I mean, listen, real quick, off topic. Speaking about being an asshole, so there's a road that's closed, a main road that goes up to the mountain house where I deliver, and so there's detour signs for everybody who travels up to the hotel up there, and so there's detour signs everywhere. But this guy. This guy goes around the road closed sign that says road closed 0.9 miles. So he goes around, right? I'm up there delivering in the part that's closed, okay? Because I still have houses up there that I got to get to. So I went around and I'm up there doing my job.
Side note, so he went through the sign. You did. I don't think you told me.
Yes, he went around the sign that said road closed 0.9 miles.
Okay.
He did not follow the detour signs, the orange detour signs with the black arrows that say this way, bud.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. So this guy's already in just la la land, basically. So I'm out there delivering, doing my job, enjoying my day. Beautiful day today. And then he stops me and he goes, well, she didn't stop me. I was parked. I was walking out of the truck, but he comes up and he goes, excuse me. I'm not even going to do his accent because I'm just fucking terrible at it. I'm going to fucking mush it. So he's like, excuse me. And I'm like, yeah, what's up? And he goes, can you tell me how to get to the mountain house? And I was just like, this motherfucker knows. He drove around the sign. There's only one way to get into this area that I was at in this little part of these like two side streets where the road's closed. So I knew he already drove around the road closed sign. So I was, I could tell him like, okay, you make a left here down Mountain Rest, then you go down Springtown, and then you make a left on the Canaan, then a left on the Doug. Like I could have told him how to properly get there, like step by step, street by street, turn by turn, because I know it. But me, I was just like, follow the detour signs. And he's like, the detour signs? I was like, yeah, the orange signs with the arrows that say detour on them. Just complete asshole. I went into asshole mode for that split second. I was like, just follow the detour signs, bud. He's like, I didn't see any. I was like, buddy, they're back there. They're back there. I said, go back down, make a left out of here. Go back down to where the road closed sign is that you just went around and follow the detour signs. But anyways, okay. Speaking of asshole moments, that was mine today. Next is from JT Shark, says, an outdoor content creator. Now that's pretty fucking cool. I want to know a little bit more about it though. Like, is he talking outdoor like wildlife or like shit you see on like Animal Planet? I don't even know if that channel even exists anymore because I don't have cable.
I feel like it's still around.
It's still got to be a thing for kids. Or like, is he talking about like, outdoor content, or is he talking about more like
decorating kind of shit?
Yeah, like landscapes and
yeah, I get what you're saying.
And not like somewhere like nature and like elephants and wild giraffes and shit like that. You know what I mean? I'm very interested.
Man, I want to go somewhere where there's
like camping,
giraffes and elephants and shit.
Fucking rights. Next one, I'm sure somebody said something like that probably in the comments, and we're gonna get to it soon. The next one is from Seth Theroney. Says, I see someone already said we haven't gotten there yet. I see how someone already said ski instructor, so I'm gonna go with astronomer. Not the math part though, but he wants to be an astronomer.
Well,
that's cool.
Seth already.
I think they make good money.
Anything. Oh, I'm fucking.
Yeah.
That guy's my brother.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Our good friend Brad Mosier at UBM 239 says gynecologist.
And I mean, I don't know why I would think he would be a good gynecologist. Brad, I think he'd be, I don't know why. I don't have a pinpoint of why. I'm just trying to, I don't know. I just feel like you'd be a good gynecologist, Brad. Maybe you could just make it not, I don't know. Just the fact that you
not weird.
Yeah.
Like what?
I don't know. I'd probably, like Brad wouldn't give a fuck. I'd feel like, I don't know if I couldn't be a gynecologist.
Brad wouldn't give a fuck. His wife already had like 6 kids.
That's true. So he's kind of,
I'm sure he's seen it all.
He's probably seen more. I mean, if there's a rookie gynecologist, I'd take fucking Brad. I mean, he's got more experience than the fucking rookie gynecologist. Good answer, Brad. Good answer.
Next is from Ups Greg 51 says, I was a downhill ski instructor before I started working for the company. But hey, when I retire, I'm going to go back to that. So that's good, Greg. You do you.
I'm sorry. God, fuck, Brad killed me. It's okay. I'm good. Oh, shit. All right. I'm good.
Next. Oh, our boy Slammer. Chris Slammer says, what do you think he said, guys? WWE superstar. Guess. Let's go.
Dude, I know.
Slammer, let's fucking
shout out to you, Slammer, because I know when this gets released, it's going to be a couple weeks ahead, but he just defended his belt. And he is still, I can't remember I don't want to say verbatim what the organization is. He's been champion for like 183 or 4 days at this point. And when he hears it, it's going to be more than that, but yeah, good for you, brother. And fucking awesome. Yes, absolutely. Fucking love that guy.
Fucking awesome, dude. Next is from holy shit, Suno 12 Das B, also known as Shane. Shane says definitely a Air Force C-17 pilot.
Nice.
Hey, that's what's up. So my question is, did you used to serve? I'm gonna say he used to serve. If that's what he maybe used to do. Maybe he was a pilot for the Air Force.
Maybe.
Next is from Cam Sawa, says, Trash man, get to ride around in the great outdoors every day. Eyeball emoji.
Man, do you want to talk about
Fuck.
I like
That's
good
good.
answer, Cam.
That is good.
Yeah.
Next one is from Haley Bug Creations, says, whatever Jeff Bezos does.
No
That's a
doubt.
good question. What does he do?
Fucking goes to space and penis shaped fucking spaceships. I know that. He does that. He's proved he can do that. But
Yeah.
Oh.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, he doesn't
make
pay
that
federal
money.
taxes. Sorry, Jeff. Didn't mean to let the cat out of the bag, but anyways.
Next is from Josh Allen 386, says, whatever at Dan Bilzerian job is.
Oh, Dan Bilzerian. You know that. Do you know who that is?
Dan Bilzerian, no.
Oh, fuck, dude. He's an Instagram legend. He's just this dude that just works out, and he actually owns a weed company. I think he sells weed. Well, like, obviously legally.
Yes.
And he just has like women around him all day and just takes pictures of all kinds of shit. And yeah, if you look him up, you'll see what he's saying.
Yeah, I'm looking right now. Okay.
Yeah, now you get good answer, Josh. Now Dave understands now. Yeah,
that's good. He's even, he even put the 3 laughing emojis too following that. So he knows.
Yeah.
All right, I got you.
He knows.
Follow. Next is from I'm just kidding. Next is from Ellis and Jenny, says, anything with less interaction with the public.
Ooh.
That's why I got out of retail. Fuck.
I was gonna say, Jenny, you need to find another job then, girl. I know Jenny. I know she does. She has a lot of interaction with the public. Just come be a delivery. You have less with us. You just got more road time.
Oh yeah.
Interaction with the road.
Next is from Craft Beer Snob. Ernie says, sports announcer, dream job. That's what's up.
Dude, I mean, and Ernie, to shout out to the Lakers, the season just started. I don't even know if they won last night. I think they lost, but I'm sure they'll be fine.
Next is from Old Bald Bearded Bastard, says, the CEO of the company. Then I would like to be able to say, you fucking idiots think that this will work? So be it.
Yeah. I'm not disagreeing.
Nope.
Not disagreeing at all.
They need a little something like that. Next is from Doshers Grams, also known as Steven, says, a DEC officer. So I see the trend. Outdoors. A lot of people love the outdoors.
Yeah, I mean it isn't. I mean that's a perk of ours.
It's one of the perks.
When it's good, it's good, and when it's bad, it's bad. But yeah,
absolutely.
It's a perk sometimes, and it's not a perk sometimes else.
That's right. This one's from Rickster26. Says, working in a Formula One team. Another F1.
Nice.
There, dude, that's what's up. That's the DHL driver. Shout out to Rick, who's listening, driving around that yellow van. Next is from Dudley Dully, says, I believe it's Lazy Boy Test Pilot.
Now that is a fucking job, buddy. I like that answer.
That's clever, bud. Can you imagine getting Lazy Boys constantly delivered to your place?
Dude,
I don't know what games are on today. All right.
I'd just be the guy delivering it, I guess.
Fuck.
Oh, fuck. Next one's from Rocky Mountain Rots. Says, this is an easy one. Always wanted to be a wildlife photographer.
Yeah, that'd be fucking awesome.
There we are
It
again
would
talking
be.
about the photographer, the outdoors there.
Yep.
Next is from CPD Duballs. Who are these people? CPT Duballs says a fighter pilot. That's extreme.
There you go.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Next one's from Idaho Birder says oh, fuck me. Idaho Birder says, walked into a porn shoot while delivering one day. That looked like fun.
Touche, my friend. Touche. Amazing.
That's good, bud. The preload life says, this is a hard one. Probably race some sort of vehicle.
There you go.
So we got outdoors. We got people loving the outdoors, people loving the air, and people loving outside. People that want to fly.
It's natural because we drive things with governors on them, and it just constricts us. We just
there you go.
Fucking roll free.
There we go. This next one's from Lindsay Ann 808 says, remember in The Shining how Jack was in charge of that massive hotel tucked away from any civilization way up in the mountains? That or personal assistance for Nikki Sixx.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, that's good.
I like that. I like that one.
That's good. And let me
That's a good one.
explain. Let me explain this. So I replied and I said I delivered to that hotel. So I believe that was Steven Spielberg. That was a Steven Spielberg film, The Shining.
I feel like it was, but I'm not 100% on that.
I feel like it was Steven Spielberg. But when that movie came out in, God, was that the 80s?
Either the 80s or late 70s.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Right. Well, Spielberg, I think it was Spielberg, he used to actually vacation up at the mountain house where I delivered to a lot. He used to go up there a lot. And it's rumor has it that that's where his inspiration for the hotel of The Shining came from, was the Mohawk Mountain House, the hotel up there.
Shit.
Yeah, and the Mohawk Mountain House that I delivered to, it was on like it was on the Travel Channel for like top 10 U.S. resorts in the U.S. You know, like top 10 resorts in the U.S. It was made like the number 3, I think it was. So rumor has it that's where his inspiration came from for making the hotel. The hotel was basically based off of the mountain house where I delivered to.
That place sounds majestic every time I hear it. I just feel it does.
The Mohawk Mountain House. Well, hey, listen. So I've never like really been inside of it before. Like I delivered to it, you know what I mean? So all I know is like the dock and like the restrooms.
Right.
And where the ice machine
Glamorous. Yeah.
you know? So but there is a situation that happened, and I won't get into it too much, but I basically stopped credit card fraud. And somebody was using the company credit card up there for the mountain house, and I ended up catching it because of some message that I got on my board. Anyways. So the guy up there who's in charge gave me and my wife 2 free passes up there, and it's expensive as fuck to eat up there. It's expensive to hike up there. It's expensive to go there. So he ended up hooking me up with 2 free passes the other day, and me and the wife's gonna be going there for lunch on Thursday, November 11th. So listen, I'm going to be taking pictures, Luke, and I'll show you if it's majestic or not.
Nice.
All right. Because I've never been like inside of the hotel or anything. So
yeah, I'm sure it's better than ice machines and shitters, I'm sure.
Fucking right. No. Next one is from Cardboard Slanger 42. I don't know why I gave that twang. He says, what the fuck? He says Smedlex driver.
Boom.
Ryan. Come on. Smedlex driver. He wants to be a Smedlex driver. Are you not already? Or maybe you work for Big Brown? I don't know. Next one is from Life in Me. My paintball ref and maybe paintball tech again, or just disappear into the woods and be a professional woodsman. LOL.
There you go.
That's somebody's wife. I forgot whose wife that is. Or it's like their shared account. It's like
I
forgot who
don't
fucking
think
told me that.
Uh,
Somebody told me that that's like their shared account. And I cannot fucking remember who. Luke from Michigan. Luke C. Luke C.
Yeah, that's what you're thinking. There's another account. It's I think somebody else's that it's similar. It's
Yeah.
not the same account, but I know what you're talking about, I think. But it's
Right.
but anyways, yeah.
Next one is from, we're almost done here with Instagram, then we're gonna get to Facebook. Got 3 more. This one here is from iSteenson14, says a camper salesman. Must love camping.
Yeah.
That's good. Miller Gang 5 says an on-road supervisor.
Fuck.
With like 5 laughing emojis following that. Last but not least, this one is from, I believe it's Julie. Says, oh no, fuck you. I'm not reading that. It says promoted on this fucking, yeah, okay. Yeah, yes,
That's
you
one of
can
them.
leave fucking bots. Jesus. So now we're going to do something new. Luke, I'm going to let you read what we got from the Facebook comments.
And Facebook when we have them, because this is why I
This is
am-
rare.
this is rare.
Most of our
but
followers are on the Instagram and not the Facebook.
So I mean, I'm guessing we'll just give out government names because
I would
first
just
and-
read first names.
okay, first names, okay, that sounds better because a couple of these last names I would probably fuck up, so that's for the best.
Hold on, that may be funny. Come on, we've always laughed at me.
Well,
That's
let's
okay.
see here. John says taste tester at a brewery or distillery.
Oh, that's good.
Richard says OSHA and go after the company. Well said, because OSHA would be, I feel like the company might be OSHA's wet dream, but you didn't hear that from me. Cody says too many to list. Laugh emoji. I'm just trying to preach to my son. If you want to do activities and spend time with your family, do not be a company driver.
Ooh.
And he's not wrong.
It's
He's
true.
not wrong. I mean, that's
It's true.
that's something. I feel like that's a thing when they would say always like, well, you know what you sign up for, because that's all you hear that used a lot with the
Of course.
management side. But man, it's not wrong.
That's
though.
one of the
It
hard
sucks.
things. It is.
Yeah, it sucks.
It's one of the hard things being a dad.
And we got 2 more, or there's a couple replies to
Yeah,
one
you
of
don't got to
these,
read the
but-
replies.
Okay, but Dustin says, I would love to be in the outdoor filming industry, hunting, fishing, etc.
All right.
And Casey
Man.
says, hunting guide or survival instructor in Alaska.
Ooh, that's good.
I fucking like that too.
That's good.
And that was it. The replies were funny. Somebody said it must have been a friend, but yeah, it was good.
So-
Yeah.
A lot of like outdoors photographers, people like that want to be like they like everybody who said that should put together a fucking team, quit the job, quit their jobs and go and do this. Because you could literally have a fucking team.
Yeah,
Of everybody that wants to do the same shit.
throw in an investment and start up a company. That'd be
Right?
fucking rad.
Right?
Damn,
You
that'd be
can-
awesome.
You can
Yeah.
have the fucking photographer. The photographer could also be a videographer and record your fucking travels and shit. And man,
Oh, dude, it's funny that we did. I mean, but it is true, man. That would be a fun fucking job because
and
a lot of the shit with us, like you see a lot of pictures of just drivers that have places that are fucking
Oh, yeah.
amazing views,
oh yeah,
but you don't get to enjoy it like that because you're always on the run.
you're always on the go.
Or shouldn't
and then,
say
like-
run. Shouldn't
And
be
then, like,
running.
just to continue with this thought, people making a company, and then they go to the store, and that guy's the that guy's the camper salesman. The camper.
Even have a camper salesman there.
You can have a full
fuck.
movie
Yeah.
of these friends that quit their jobs and first they
they'll-
go to the store to
Then
buy
I'll
the
be
gear.
in the camper with a fucking stack of poker chips at a poker table. Yeah. Fucking bottle of fucking
And then you
something.
have the pilots that can like drop them off on like the top of a mountain and shit. Fuck.
Hell yeah. I like it. I like
You
where your
know?
head's going. Fuck yeah.
You know? Damn. Anyways, the creativity's going right now. But whew, Luke. I think that's gonna do it, my friend.
I think it is. I think it is.
So guys, like we've said, deliveringgreatness.com, patreon.com/AITDpod. The links are in the description of this episode. Thank you all again for joining us. Thank you to the Patreons as well. Pad, Street Team, everybody. Until next week, continue delivering greatness. And don't forget your most important stop, all right? So be safe out there, guys. We will see you next week.
Later, everybody.